Hi, welcome, Michael here, that's the Tech for All channel. Is there something about the DJI Mavic Air I can tell you that you don't already know? Let me try you. Look at it, it's gorgeous. Right now, this drone represents everything that I'm looking to get from a camera quadcopter. It's super portable, has fantastic camera, which is slightly better than the camera of the DJI Mavic Pro, and is very well balanced in almost every other aspect. In this video, although I want to tell you really a lot of things, I'll try to keep it a bit shorter, so that those of you who already have the Mavic Air would be able to learn about the pros and cons, in my opinion. And those of you who are about to buy this drone, I hope you to get some useful information on features you might be wondering about. And I will divide this video into three parts: positioning and pricing, the good and the bad. The first topic is positioning, and this is where I will likely get a lot of critics for what I'm about to say. At the end, this is why I started this YouTube channel, because I want to share my opinion freely and openly without worrying too much about the consequences. Right now we have two major groups of DJI portable drone users. We have the Spark fans and the Mavic Pro fans, and of course the third group, which is right now growing, this is the Mavic Air community. This drone is apparently way above the Spark in many ways and is slightly better for shooting than the Mavic Pro. At the end, DJI designs drones for filming, and the Air is better at doing that than both the Spark and the Pro. Significantly better than the Spark and just slightly better than the Pro version of the Mavic, which makes it a kind of meaningless for Mavic Pro users to upgrade or downgrade. Before you throw at me a bucket of hate, let me try to explain into more details. Compared to the Mavic Air, the Spark looks like a toy. It is quite small, and unfortunately it is not foldable. 1080p is good for enthusiasts, but even for unexperienced video editors like me, having 30 FPS on Full HD brings me back in time. Not to mention about missing axis of the gimbal and the just 13-minute flight, because let's face it, almost nobody is able to fly with the Spark for longer than 13 minutes. The Mavic Pro, on the other side, is close to a 2-year model, and because I said the Air is slightly better at shooting, we can easily make the conclusion that technologically the Pro is arguably the best thing that happened to the world of drones. And yes, it has OcuSync, giving it twice the range of the DJI Mavic Air and a few times the range of the DJI Spark, and on top of that, image almost never drops. The good part for us as consumers is that some of the higher-end technologies from the Pro are now affordable enough to become part of lower-end models like the Mavic Air. And does it cost too much? I wouldn't say so. Designing a drone that shoots with such a great quality in 4K is not easy, and if you look around in the market, you wouldn't be able to find a proper competitive device at this price range. I'm gonna give you an example. Last year, I've tried to build an affordable drone that can carry action cameras and has a stabilizer. So let me tell you about my experience. The cheapest possible drone that can lift an action camera and a gimbal together, I think it's still the Toys X16, and that costs about $160. Then you need to find a decent stabilizer. Probably the most affordable is the Valkyra G2D, which is at about $70 US, and then you need to find a decent action camera. The closest in terms of specifications to what the Mavic Air can do is the Firefly 8S. For this camera, you're going to pay around $140 US. And we need to think about mounting, cabling, and a few other little things, so we easily packed all that within around $400 US. And this represents untested hardware, no way to tilt, yaw or pan, no way to have FPV, no telemetry, no follow me, no smart functions, it's super bulky, well, you get the point. And we've already spent half of the price we would pay for a complete solution like the DJI Mavic Air is. So is it worth the money? Totally. It might be expensive, but you get what you pay for, and it is brilliant. Going to the second part now, the good. Well, it feels like I've been talking about it so far a lot. Anyways, most about this drone is good. If you upgrade from another DJI drone, if we exclude the latest Phantoms in the professional series, it is a step up in almost any way. Unboxing experience is amazing, just like every other DJI product. The Chinese company this time gives us a wonderful carrying box, and you can literally carry it within your pocket, not your jeans pocket. A jacket will do fine. Materials are a step up from the DJI Spark and partially from the Mavic Pro, and sensor amount has now grown, and it is not easy to crash it, not easy to lose it. Flying is entertaining and pleasant, and you have tons of new updates in the app. There are sensors on the back and on the front. When the drone is flying above certain altitude, those sensors are automatically going off in order to preserve battery and increase your flight time. I can't think of something that mainstream drones can do and the Mavic Air can't. Maybe except flips. The Mavic Air doesn't do flips. And having a UAV shooting at 4K for less than $1,000, this is an amazing opportunity. Flights are super stable, GPS is in place, the camera offers the amazing 100 megabits bitrate in 4K. The Mavic Pro is just 60 megabits, and most of the good action cameras offer bitrate between 50 and 70 megabits in 4K shooting. That's how good the Air's camera is. The aperture is fixed, but you have control over exposure, color intensity, ISO. This drone is great for hobbyist photographers and even for some professionals. It's the small things that make this drone shine and stand out. The bad now. It still hurts me that it took 24 days for DJI to deliver my lava red Mavic Air. Unbelievable! I pre-ordered mine on 23rd of January during the keynote and got it in my hands on the 15th of February. What was even more frustrating is that during the whole time when following up in the DJI forums, I was seeing people ordering their red drones at around 3rd or 4th of February, and they were receiving them earlier than I did. Crazy! So I guess that Bulgaria, where I'm living at, as a small country, has much lower priority than other, more trendy locations, and I very much hope that's going to change in the future. Another thing that I don't like is that if you're looking for batteries, it's rather difficult to buy one at the proper price. They are either out of stock or overpriced. I have seen them going as high as 100 euro in the German Amazon, which is about $120. Hopefully, in a few weeks, as soon as there is enough stock, these kind of dramas are going to settle down. Told you already that I like the Mavic Air that much because of the little things. Well, I dislike it because of other little things. The idea of the sliding cable on the remote controller is great, but the implementation, not that much. Folding the arms is another painful exercise. I always make it wrong, and I have to unfold, fix the props, and do it again. Want to take the battery out? Unfold. Want to take the battery in? Unfold. The camera fixator is wonderful, but putting it on is a horrible experience. Casey Neistat threw his one in the garbage, but you don't do that. Want to go for a vacation in Europe and enjoy your great range? You would be rather disappointed unless you follow my tutorial how to enter into FCC mode. So that is most of what I think about the Mavic Air. Ever since I got it, the weather conditions have been pretty bad, but that didn't stop me from flying, and the experience so far was awesome. I'm planning to keep this drone for a longer time and utilize it in many different ways, and I really hope I wouldn't be able to easily crash it, so that in 1 year from now I would be able to come back and let you know whether my opinion has changed in some ways or not. One more advice for Mavic Air owners: spend a few more bucks and buy yourself good lens filters. You would be surprised how better the image quality could get. And we can take this opportunity to exchange some ideas. Use the comments below and tell me which are the best accessories for the Mavic Air according to you. And I'm looking forward to hear about your opinions. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Share, subscribe, and enjoy flying. And thank you for watching this one. Cheers!